So we're going to decompose 9 and 975 thousandths in order to round it. So the first thing we want to look at is if we want to decompose it into ones, what would we do? Well, this is already shows how many ones we have. We have 9 ones. So we're going to leave it there. Next, we're going to decompose it to pull out the tenths. So if we have 9 and 975 thousandths, and we want to just have tenths, hundredths, and thousands, how many tenths would we have? So you want to think about, if I had 9 $1 bills and 9 dimes, how many dimes would I have? Or how many tenths would I have?
99.
Yes, so I would have 99 tenths, and then I still have the 700ths and the 5 thousandths. Now let's decompose the 99 tenths, the 700ths, and the 5 thousandths, and let's change it so that we have just hundredths and thousandths. So what would that look like?
997.
So I would have 997 hundredths and still the 5 thousandths. And how about if I decomposed it all to thousandths? What would that look like? 9,975 thousandths. Girls, we're going to use a vertical number line to round 9 and 975 thousandths to the nearest ones, tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. So when we draw our vertical number line, the number that we place at the bottom of our vertical number line is where our number is actually starting. So this one, if we look at it, we have 9 ones. So that is where our number is starting, at 9 ones. And if we were to go up 1, it would be 10 ones. And then we go ahead and we figure out our halfway point would be 9 ones and 5 tenths, or 9.5. So that's our midpoint. If we needed to, now we need to actually put our actual number that we're rounding onto our vertical number line. So that is going to be, it's more than 9 ones, it's more than 5 tenths, it's 7 tenths. So I'm going to place it up here. And now that I've placed that number on my vertical number line, I can see, is it closer to 10 ones or 9 ones? And if I look, it's definitely closer to the 10 ones. Next, I'm going to draw a vertical number line. What if I had to round this number to the nearest tenths? So again, on the bottom of my number line, I'm going to write my number, my starting point, in tenths. So if I look back to my chart, I took 9 and 975 thousandths, and I looked and I said, okay, that would be close to 9, that is 99 tenths. So at the bottom here, I'm going to write the 99 tenths. If I were to go up 1, 99, I count up, then I have 100 tenths. In between 99 tenths and 100 tenths, I have 99 tenths and 5 thousandths, which I can write as 9.95. And then I look, okay, 9 and 975 thousandths. Again, I have 9 ones, 9 tenths, 7, and here I have a 5 for the tenths. So it's going to go in between. Oops. And if I look, is that going to be closer to 100 tenths or 99 tenths? It's going to be closer to 100 tenths, which is also equal to 10 whole. All right, now I'm going to take a look. What if I had to round it to the nearest hundredths? I look at my place value chart. I wrote 9 and 975 thousandths as hundredths, which was 997. So that's my starting point. 997 hundredths. If I were to count up one, I would have 998 hundredths. All right, halfway in between those two, or my midpoint, is 997 hundredths and 5 thousandths. Now, if I wrote that in decimal form and not decomposed, it would be 9 wholes and 975 thousandths, which actually is exactly my number, same number there. So then, if it's right halfway in between, the rule in math that everybody follows is that it goes up. And I forgot to circle this one to show that that's what that's rounding to. And finally, if I were to draw a vertical number line for thousandths, again, I go back to my place value chart. I look, okay, I said that this number written as thousandths would be 9,975 thousandths. And if I round it up, or if I put the next number, it would be 9,976 thousandths. Now, this one, do I even need to find a halfway point? If I'm rounding to thousandths, this one's already in the thousandths. That's how it's written, 975 thousandths. So if I'm rounding it, I'm not changing it because it's already in thousandths. So I just leave it as. Sometimes you'll be asked those questions to see, are you really understanding what you're doing?